Hey guys, I'm back for another part of the Ocarina of Time walkthrough, and in this part, like I mentioned in the last video, we'll be going into this store, which is known as the Happy Mask Shop, and we'll be doing this little side quest. We deal in masks that bring happiness to everyone. How would you like to be a happiness salesman? I'll lend you a mask, you sell the mask, and bring the money back here. Okay, if you want to read the fine print, take a look at the sign right over there. If you've sold all the masks, you will become happy yourself. Have faith. The guy is rather mysterious. So, I don't really want to listen to what he said again, but the text won't go any faster. There we go. Now we can buy this, or borrow it, which is the Keaton mask. And where we can take the Keaton mask is, if you recall, before we went onto Death Mountain, there was a guard, by the gate in Kakariko Village leading Death Mountain. And he said that his kid pestered him for the Keaton mask, but he didn't have the time to go out and get it. So if we could get it for him, that'd be great. So now that we have it, we can go back to Kakariko Village and give that to him. So I'm just gonna replace my Deku sticks with that because I didn't have any Deku sticks left anyway. And you know, I never really got into the side quest until somewhat recently. I never thought I'd actually be doing it in the walkthrough, but now that I thought about it a little more, I thought it'd be better if I, did as many things as possible. Sorry, I didn't really know what to say there. So, I'll be doing as much stuff as I can in this walkthrough, unless stuff I'm really inexperienced with. So, put the Keaton mask on and talk to this guy. So he gave us 15 rupees for that, even though the original price was 10 rupees. So now we can go back to the Castletown Market and pay 10 rupees for it. And Keaton mask was actually also a Majora's Mask. Yeah, I think it was, pretty sure. But this next mask that we'll be getting is not in Majora's Mask. So, yeah, the way this mask side quest works is that, well, basically you can, sell the masks, or sell one mask, and then whenever you go back to the store, that guy's gonna have one more mask than he did before. So then he lets you borrow the new mask that he has as well, and that was lucky, I cut in here just in time. But he'll let you borrow that as well. And yeah, then you can take the mask to a different person. Now, unfortunately, it's closed during the night, so I'm just going to do something else here. And touch a dog to make it follow you. So you want to touch this white dog here. And you can't have more than one dog following you at the same time. So you can take this dog down here, this little area, which is known as the back alley of the market, and bring it into this house, and give it to this lady, and she'll give you a piece of heart for it, which is quite helpful. So now we can just play the sun song, and get back to the daytime. And then we can get back into the mask shop. So we pay 10 rupees for the Keaton mask. And then we can borrow this mask, which is the skull mask. So now that we have the skull mask, we can take it to a different person who might want a skull mask. Now, the guy who wants the skull mask is actually quite far away, unfortunately. He's in the Lost Woods. He's a Skull Kid type guy who, he was in Majora's Mask, but he was the villain. He's not really a villain here, he's just a guy. There's two things you can do with this Skull Kid, and one is give him the mask, and the second thing is another thing that I'll be showing off once we get there, which this is when me not having the ability to cut the video gets very annoying. So I have to walk all the way to the Lost Woods. And so there's 4 masks in total that you'll have to give away. And the Keaton mask went to Kakariko Village. This one goes to the Lost Woods. The next one also goes to Kakariko Village. And the last one goes to just Hyrule Field in general. So this one is the farthest one away from the mask shop. But there are 5 masks involved in the sequence, but only 4 of them you have to sell. The 5th one is kind of like a reward. Well, I consider it a reward. For selling all 4, you can borrow whichever one you want, whenever you want. So then there's 4 more masks that you couldn't borrow before, that you can then borrow, once you sell all 4. There's one that I find much more helpful than others, and one that really seems like the reward of this sequence. So, once you get into the Lost Woods, and take a left as soon as you get in here, and then put the skull mask. I'm gonna put it on where I didn't mean to save there, but I guess fine. You'll put on the skull mask, talk to the Skull Kid. Oh, sorry, I failed there. Well, actually, no. First you need to... sorry. Play Saria's song for him to make him comfortable around you. I believe that's what you have to do. So then he gives you a piece of heart for doing that, which is quite helpful. But now you can just talk to him for doing that, because you're friends now. But he'll be fascinated with your mask, and then you can give it to him. But he only gives you 10 rupees for the 20 rupee mask, so you lost a bit of money there. And so now we can go back to the mask shop. Now, I'm just gonna take a shortcut through here, because I don't want to walk all the way back to Castletown. And now that I think about it, there's something we could do here, but I don't know if I've already done it. I'll take a look. Basically, if you shoot this target in the bullseye 3 times in a row, you get a prize. And it looks like I haven't already done it. So, for doing that, our reward is, as we will see in a second, and here is our reward. Deku Seed bullet bag, so now we can hold up to 40 slingshot bullets. Anyway, here's a little shortcut that I mentioned. This shortcut leads to Goron City. And, you'll need to get out your bombs for this. Blow this up. Okay. So now that we're in Goron City, I consider this as a shortcut. because we can just get out here, go onto Death Mountain, just quickly jump down Death Mountain, run through Kakariko Village, and we'll be back in the market in no time. Now, there is something I could do here in Goron City, but I don't feel like it. So, we can leave here. Now we're out on the Death Mountain Trail. And I know this is incredibly stupid, but just for the sake of a shortcut, I'm going to jump down here. Even though it's not very smart, and I managed not to take damage there. That doesn't seem to work on the 3D version of Ocarina of Time. Anyway, down here, something we can do quickly is bomb this, and at night, of which it is, you can see a Gold Skulltula here. Well, I'm not sure if this one is at night only, but most of the Gold Skulltulas can only be found at night. Just so you guys know, in case you don't already know that. And I believe Skulltula token number 12. So now we can go down here into Kakariko Village. And jump down here. So now we can get down here. Now that we're over here, I'm just gonna play the sun song to quickly make it morning. And the drawbridge comes down. Letting us get back into the market. Now we can get back here. Pay 20 rupees for that. And now this one is the spooky mask, so we can borrow this one. So, as I mentioned before, the next mask, which is this one, has to be taken to Kakariko Village, which isn't that far away. So now we're back out here. Kakariko Village is right over there. Well, actually, to be exact, you need to take this to the Kakariko Graveyard. Oops, I need to read that. So now we're over here. So, now that we're here, it's gonna be a random kid wandering around. And this is a guy I want to get the spooky mask to. So he gives you full price for it. It's pretty nice. Now, it doesn't look like I'll be able to fit all of this in this video because I only have 4 more minutes left on my camera. Like, then I'll have to import some of the videos that I made. So, yeah, we just want to quickly return to Hyrule Castle town. So, yeah, I just want to go back and then pay the price for the spooky mask, and then he will loan you another mask. And then once we give that mask to the person who wants it, we will have access to the reward for doing all of this. It's actually, well, it's not really an important reward, but it's kind of cool. You'll see what I mean when we actually get it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So, now that we're back, just want to go back into the mask shop. So we paid back for the spooky mask. And then we can buy this one, which is the bunny hood. So, like I mentioned earlier, you're going to want to take the bunny hood to, I said it was in Hyrule Field, and it's just a random guy. Well, it's a guy who's randomly running around in Hyrule Field. He's typically found running around Lon Lon Ranch, which I actually believe is the only place he runs around, but you just want to catch up to him and show him the bunny hood. And I will have to end this video probably once I give the bunny hood to him. Actually, it looks kind of funny with the bunny hood on, but the bunny hood doesn't really do anything, except when it's nighttime, it'll prevent stall children from appearing throughout Hyrule Field, which is quite helpful. And don't listen to Navi's advice, because it's not even advice. See over there? Oh, I saw him for a second. So he can be found running around this area. So yeah, I'll have to stop this video soon. If it just randomly ends, then that means that I exceeded the time limit. But there's the